Hello, my name is David Montiel. I am 26 years old, and this is my statement of purpose for the California State University of Long Beach for the Masters in Finance. I will be going over my career goals between 3 to 5 years, as well as my dream job, and hopefully something a little fun at the end to help, show my personality. Um, but before that, I'd like to dive into a little bit about myself, why I'm pursuing this master's, and who I am overall. Um, I've been an accountant for about 6 years. I started in 2017, my sophomore year in college. Yeah, sophomore year in college. I started working for a CPA under David A. Kale, an accountancy corporation. Um, Conducted his practice out of his home. I just filed a couple of personal returns, basic bookkeeping, mostly administrative work. Worked for about a year. Transitioned to a full-time position at Optima Consulting Inc. I was still going to school full-time as well, so I have no problem with going to school full-time and working full-time. I've gotten used to that. And then same thing, basic bookkeeping, except the only difference is I had multiple clients that I was doing basic bookkeeping for, as well as payroll processing and no more tax filing. It was mostly, consulting services as well as accounting services outside of tax. Um, and I'm currently now, after I graduated from the California State University of Northridge with a bachelor's in financial analysis, I started working for the Los Angeles Homeless Services Authority, a JPA between the city and the state, to help resolve the issue of homelessness. I'm a senior financial analyst. I started off as a temp, and then worked as a staff accountant, and then worked my way up to a senior financial analyst, is what I do now. I do some analysis and some financial aspects of it, but primarily what I do, the most important thing I do is the accounting work. We are a JPA, so we're understaffed. So I do a little bit of work, a little bit of both. Have my accounting hat and my financial hat on. I do a lot of analysis between reviewing spend down of these grants. HUD, our homeless housing of urban development, is one of our federal funders, and we're a little more stricter. So I have to review these expenses as far as General Ledger codes go, to make sure that all these expenses we're incurring are allowable, and so that we are also making sure that these grants are being spent down. Most of these terms are contractual, so we have to make sure we're spending down by a certain period of time. I also create something called an administration pool. It's a pool of our grants. They all have some type of administrative percentage that we can allocate to. But my goal is, or the way LASA works, is based on the program expenditures. Whichever grant is incurring the most programs is the one that's going to incur the most administrative expenses and costs. So I create a couple different pools, pull different trial balances, program and administrative, see what we have available administrative budget, and based off that, which grants we might take off. Maybe we're overspent on some, underspent, but the goal is to spend down all of these administrative portions of these grants. And I also handle my accounting side of it. Is I still reconcile the bank account for this $822 million JPA. But that's so I'm a segue now to my career goals between 3 to 5 years. I enjoy working for a nonprofit, or not really a nonprofit, or JPA, but the goal of it is to help the homeless services, especially in LA County, where I'm born and raised. But my career goal would be to work my way up. I'm currently working towards becoming a supervisor, if not a manager, within a couple months, maybe to a year, 6 months to a year, and then hopefully with my master's in finance, I could work my way up to associate director, and hopefully eventually a CFO. Maybe not for a JPA, or maybe for a corporation. Sky's the limit. I do want to because I have this experience in accounting and my knowledge in financial analysis, I think I'd be a perfect fit for a CFO at some point in my career. But that's not my dream job. Sorry. My dream job would be, to be an entrepreneur, have my own financial services firm as well as tax firm, just because, I've done accounting so long, and I'm hopefully, with getting my chartered in financial analysis, I could offer financial services as well as pursue my CPA and be able to file taxes, the full-fledged accounting services with financial services. That's my ultimate dream job, is running my own financial services business along with tax. Um, uh, and that would conclude most of those questions. This is the fun part. The reason I chose to shoot my video here is because this kind of shows my entrepreneurial spirit, as I started selling spicy chickens for 99 cents in my high school, so that I could sell them for $2, buying them for 99 cents, selling them for $2, almost a 50% margin, obviously not including tax. But that's how I've always been. I've always aspired to work hard and entrepreneurially reach my goals, whether it's selling spicy chickens or continue my education, which is my goal now, to get a master's and pursue my dream of owning my own business, financial services. But thank you so much. I hope this reflects my personality as well as my ambition to know and grow. I've always wanted to learn more, and that's something I've always done, is continuing to learn and continuing to progress. I know perfection isn't attainable, but progress every day is one of the most important things to me. So if I could get in, I'd really appreciate it. Thank you for your time, and I hope you have a blessed and wonderful day. Thank you.